Alright, intro time.
Intro time.
Welcome to the Vortex Pogcast. Today we are going to be talking about subjects that we have thought out and also subjects that we haven't and probably will ramble about.
Yep, I am your host, Reach1206. That is Meme Lord, the IV, however you pronounce that. We have AirCarrot 73792, or Nathan as we know him, and Kessler 23632. Just call him Kessler. We should talk about our social life for one of these.
Ha!
It'd just be a huge meme discussion. Like
basically, no one would talk.
We're just gonna talk about how introverted all of us are in our experiences with being an introvert. That'd be funny.
And then James would be talking about how he's an extrovert. Be like the only one that's an extrovert.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Alright. So we got a food tier list here. It's got S, A, B, C, D, and of course no comment. That beloved section for the food establishments that I have not been to. Or most of us, for that matter. This is all basically going to be shared.
Yeah, I'm working on my list.
So, Arby's.
Arby's.
They have the meats.
They do have the meats.
I mean, I really like Arby's. It's my place.
Okay.
I used to go for a break.
Personally, for me, they can be a bit pricey,
Yeah,
but their food is very good. And their curly fries are amazing.
Yeah, I only ever really go for the curly fries because it's like a trademark at this point. But like, you want to go to Arby's to get a sandwich, they just put roast beef on a bun, give you some sauce, and tell you, here's your lunch. Go enjoy. That'll be $5.
Personally, if I had to rate it, I think I'd probably put it as a B just because of the prices. But like, if there was somewhere in between A and B, I'd probably put it there.
it's enough for me.
I'm kind
to
of
put
the
it in
same
A.
with you. Yep.
I got a side salad there once, and it was like lettuce and tomato. And that was literally it.
Alright, that makes it concrete. We're gonna put it in B.
Okay.
Yep.
Arby's
agree.
gets a B, I guess.
Alrighty.
Burger King. Oh man, Burger King.
Burger King.
Oh boy, Burger King.
Where do we start?
Kurger Bing.
I mean, I liked
Burger
it one time when I got to actually have the chicken fries. I like their chicken.
Yeah, I've heard good things
But do
about
the chicken fries like you?
Oh no.
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia.
Well, not a lot of things go well with my stomach. For some reason, the chicken fries do.
Oh. Yeah, well,
Surprising.
that's not good.
So that already gives it a C at least. It's not a D.
Yeah, that's
Ethan,
where
you-
I have it. At this
You
time.
cannot just base a rating off one person's opinion. What do you think, Cody?
Yeah, I can. How do you think tier lists are always made?
I don't know.
Well, to be honest, it's a C.
Yeah, well,
Not
Yeah.
the worst, but I mean, if you're going for a burger,
yeah.
I mean, out of all the places you could choose, Burger
Here,
King is like, you just need food.
here's the thing about Burger
Yeah.
King. You go in for lunch or anything that isn't breakfast, and it's like, I could have gone literally any other place to get a better burger. But why did I pick this one? Then you
That's
try
the
their
place
shake
you-
because you don't care about the burger, and you're just like, I could have gone to Jack in the Box for this shake.
Yeah, it's a place of regret.
Yeah. Ultimately, yes.
Speaking of,
It's that place where you go and then you realize you probably could have gone somewhere else to get something better.
It's not like bad, but it does have like a redeemable breakfast, as I found out. Like, my mom wanted Burger King one time in the morning, and it just ended up being that several times because my dad was out of town and Ethan was sleeping in the morning as normal, because he tends to do that. And it was just me and her, and she's like, "Hey, I want Burger King," and I'm like, "What, for breakfast?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I went and got her breakfast from Burger King. We continued to do that for like 3 times in the same week. I thought I would get sick of their breakfast, but their egg and bacon or whatever that sandwich is, egg and ham and cheese sandwich in the morning, It's pretty good stuff. It might not be the healthiest stuff, but it is addicting to eat. So I give it that. So it's not a D or F.
Typically, addicting and healthy do not typically go in the same sentence.
No, they don't. Depends.
Well, grapes.
For me, salad is addicting and healthy.
Fruit.
Dude, donuts are addicting and healthy.
Good meme. Alright. I'm adding an F category.
Oof. Skip the E, go to F.
Actually, I need E for that too. Alright.
So what's next?
The verdict is C?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
E for Burger King. Alright, next up, Little Caesars. What do we all...
Oh, the infamous Little Sleezers, as my entire family affectionately calls it.
Personally, I think Little Caesars is good for a quick pickup in food, but it later hurts my stomach, so I'm not a super big fan of it.
Holy cow. Little Caesars tanks your stomach.
So
Question. Have any of you actually eaten its pizza after about 15 minutes?
bad. No.
After
No.
15 minutes,
Well, I've never-
what do you mean?
I haven't been to. You know.
I'll just put it this way. Do you like cardboard and
No.
grease?
Oh,
Ooh,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
Because
knew that's where you were going.
the amount of grease that's needed to make a Little Caesars pizza, yeah,
Yeah.
you need that thing hot and fresh.
We eat it sometimes, and holy
You cannot
cow.
eat it cold.
It's like... It's okay stuff, especially if you're like binging anime to it. But like anything, literally anything else, like you just feel terrible about your life after about 30 minutes after you've eaten.
It's that kind of food where you're like, well, I only have about $10. I don't have my credit card, and I'm too lazy to go anywhere classy. So you just need food.
Yeah.
Then Little Caesars fits.
Alright, so I'm kind of at E or F, which is worse.
I had it. Yeah. I'll put it in E. I mean, you get pizza, but don't eat it late.
It's food, but it's like bread with cheese slapped on it. And they only have like 2 variations of pizzas that you can get, except unless like you order ahead of time or something. So,
You know what it reminds me of? Little Caesars pizza reminds me of the pizza that they used to feed me in elementary school.
I get that now. I never realized how like nostalgic it felt to eat Little Caesars pizza.
Dude,
Okay, yeah, definitely F.
Yeah.
Just because of the nostalgia.
Cafeteria
wrong
food
side
level. Alright,
Cafeteria looking.
so
you,
now
you
we're...
need a whole nother category for cafeteria level food.
Alright, I'm gonna change F to cafeteria food.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I love it.
Alrighty, I think we've decided on that subject. So, how about next? What are we thinking for Carl here?
Carl's
Carl's
Jr.
Jr.
It's a pensive moment.
I mean, the food isn't relatively that tasty, but it's pretty cheap, and you normally can get a lot for pretty cheap.
It's relatively cheap.
Relatively cheap, yeah.
I'm thinking
Also,
somewhere.
if you're looking to pack on some calories,
yeah.
Yeah. What's the
it's
nicest
the
thing
only
you can
place you need to
say
go.
about Carl's
I-
Jr.?
I'd say
I
it's
have
better than Burger King.
Yes.
That's true.
Say it better than
That's not saying a whole lot.
No, it isn't.
I have to
I'd
say,
probably rate it
they're...
with Arby's.
Yeah. I rated it a little higher. Their
Me.
Western bacon cheeseburger is pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially their double. It's just a whole lot of good stuff.
I like some
Now,
of their food.
don't look too closely at their burger,
Hmm.
because then you'll start having second thoughts. But if you just eat it, it's pretty good.
I
gotta
was.
You may want to take a nap when you're done, though.
I have to say, for all of the condiments that they put on their burgers, it's like, couldn't you have done a better job at keeping the burger together?
Are we ordering these within the tier list? I think
No.
we probably should. I think
I'm
we
not
probably
ordering
should.
all this food in order of tier.
You remember the All-American burger?
Yeah, I do.
Because that was interesting.
So what do we think? And this should be rated as a group.
I put in B tier.
Yeah, I think B is about good.
I think above Arby's is good.
Then we should rank Arby's down.
No, because it's same rank. It's just higher up.
There's no
Well,
way that
B.
Carl's Jr. is A tier.
It's like Arby's is low B tier and Carl's Jr. is high B tier.
I would say Arby's is high B tier, in my personal opinion. Food's much better.
Actually, yeah, I do agree with you on that. Should we bump Carl's up to an A then?
No!
No? Okay.
Well, that's the thing for me. I have a lot in my S. So,
Oh, okay.
You can put it in the Discord if you don't see it.
The thing about Carl's Jr. shakes is that I always go there, and the only reason I get a shake is because it's convenient to do so. They aren't actually that great.
right. I do like their burgers.
Yeah, their burgers and food
I don't order
is
anything
pretty
else,
okay.
but
I have to say, like, their fries taste really good at first, and then it's like, I feel like I'm eating a lot more of the same thing, and it's not really going anywhere. Unlike something like Wendy's fries, where it's just like, just keep giving them to me. Yes, more! I need a large, on the double!
Okay.
I have a category called "What the McFrick is this?"
That's perfect. I love
Just,
it. Alright, I'm keeping Carl's at a B.
Yeah.
fair enough.
Keep Carl's at a B.
Alright. I don't know how many of us have been to Chipotle.
No, it's no.
You mean that place that gives you E. coli?
Yep.
I'm putting it in "What the McFrick is
Okay.
Filet."
I don't have an opinion.
Okay, I don't either. I think
Same.
I've been there once in my
Neither.
life, and I don't remember why I went in.
Right.
I like got food and got out. I don't
I think
remember
that
what it
one we
tasted
can
like.
kind of just push to the side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm keeping it in the no comment tab.
Okay.
All right, Domino's Pizza. What do we think of Domino's Pizza, guys?
I
The
put
best
that at
fast
S
food
tier.
pizza.
I would
It's not my
wholeheartedly
top.
agree.
It's not my top, but it is in the top.
It has to be one of the best for like.
For me,
pizza.
I ranked it as number 3.
Although
I put it.
here's the thing, I must say that like recently their food has been a little lacking in like substance and how much they're putting on. But that may also have to do with like what we're ordering.
True.
But you don't go to Domino's because you want the toppings. You go to Domino's for the crust and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
they do to
Yeah.
it.
That crust is so good.
Man,
That's
it's
what
good.
really puts it above all the other ones.
So, what we thinking? S tier?
S tier, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was
SRA.
thinking.
And honestly, they have some really good stuff on the side too, like the combination brownies. We've gotten the breadsticks before.
Their breadsticks are good.
Yeah, the breadsticks are pretty good. Although it pretty much just can be suffice to say like it's an Olive Garden breadstick, just a cheap one.
Although Olive Garden breadsticks are pretty good.
Yeah, they
All
are.
of them are good.
We're not talking
And
about
they're
Olive
free.
Garden though.
Yeah, because that's a sit down. We can do sit down restaurants another podcast.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Dairy Queen
Dairy Queen.
meme review.
I say I only go there for the blizzards. Thus, if I'm only going for one
Yeah.
food item, it can't
Yeah,
be
same.
too high. But
You know
Um,
what? Just
I
from
gave it a B
nostalgia,
tier.
I put that as my number 2.
Okay.
I personally am putting it. I think it should be put in A tier because it's like on the verge of being S tier, but at the same time, nobody really talks about the food of Dairy Queen, more or less
Yeah.
the ice cream like the Blizzard.
But it's Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
That is true.
Its focus is not. I mean, it's like
Well, was
expecting
not.
a pizza from Five Guys Burgers.
Yeah.
They might be able to make it. Is it going to be very good? For me, Dairy Queen, it's all about the ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I don't
burgers
have
aren't
any
bad.
for it.
They're kind of like, I don't know, Carl's Jr. level.
If Dairy Queen put more stonks in their ice cream over their actual food, it might stay as an S tier. But ultimately, the whole grill and chill aspect is like, oh yeah, they have food here, and just for making me try it one time and it being subpar, it goes an A. That's what you get.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So, I guess A is pretty universal, except for Kessler, who put it in S because nostalgia.
Well, I mean, I put it in B, but so that equals out
Hey.
to A.
I like ice cream, and the only place I go to get ice cream is Dairy Queen.
That's true. I think as a general, as a median point, it would be an A between all of us.
I mean, if I want to get cheap ice cream, like not go buy a Blizzard from Dairy Queen, I'll like go to Fred Meyer and buy Umpqua by the gallon,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the only alternative. And I rarely go into Fred Meyer when I'm not actually going outside, so
Alrighty.
that settles that. Dairy Queen is A for me. Five Guys.
Boogers and flies.
Yes.
I've never been.
You've never
Never
been to Five
been.
Guys.
No.
Bro.
I've heard. I don't know. I've heard it was overrated from my parents, I guess. And
Yeah.
I never gone.
I've been
Well,
there, I
your
think a
parents are
total
your
of 3
parents.
times in my life.
Okay, what did that mean?
Alright, so I have to say, the one we have, that ain't a Five Guys. Not a true Five Guys.
I
believe
guess that
there's
makes us
one
all
on the-
uncultured.
On the north side, but that, like, the one you have here, I mean, you can go and you can get the peanuts, right? Like, they're a thing. But, you go to a real Five Guys, you cannot see the floor. That is a true Five Guys. You need to have so many peanut shells that you cannot walk without a crunch.
Oh.
That is a Five Guys.
I've
When you see the floor look like it's a sawdust, just covered in sawdust, that is a Five Guys, and that is when people are happy.
I feel bad for the guys that have to clean that up. I wonder what the
I
food
don't know
inspector
how much
actually
they
thinks
clean
about
that.
it.
Probably not.
Nathan, what is going on with your mic?
What do you mean?
Are you walking?
I'm
No.
getting background noise. And it's really weird.
Grand.
It's
I'm
the
in my
ghost in
room.
his room. What's chilling?
He
He's a
chillin' boy.
friend of mine.
Alright, so
On that note,
that's
How many have
your
actually been to-
perspective
how
on
many have
Five
actually
Guys.
been to Five Guys?
I've been when I was like probably 12.
I haven't been in
So,
like
so, like,
3
last year?
years.
Shut up. That was 4 years ago.
It's been a few years, but I hear that their prices are still jacked up really high and their burgers aren't nearly as good as the prices insist they are.
Their prices are high, but one thing I have to say, if you go and you get their fries are the thick cut,
Mm-hmm.
and they usually give you that perfect amount of salt, and they fill up like one of those cups you get at like a get together whatnot, like a red Solo cup.
Yeah.
They take one of those, put it in a bag, kind of expecting to get a cup full of fries, and then they just fill half the bag with fries.
Nice.
So, if you go for their fries, you get your money's worth.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So, Cody, since you're the only one that's been, where would you put it? Well,
I put
at
it
least.
on my S tier as number 4.
Okay.
I don't always go, but if I'm going to get a burger, it's either there or Ron's.
Yeah.
Ron's because they're cheaper, Five
Dude.
Guys because I get a big burger.
Dude, Ron's is so good.
Also,
Not only Not only is their food good, but their shakes are amazing.
Yes. Oh, speaking of shakes, Five Guys. They got a peanut butter shake. That is good.
I might just have to try out Five Guys.
They're good. And you're usually full.
Yeah.
According to Cody, I am going to put it in S tier.
Nice.
I'm going to leave it towards B tier, I think.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to keep it any lower than that because I don't really have much of an opinion on it. The thing about Five Guys is that its prices are so high, and if I'm only going for the fries, then what's the deal with airline food?
Don't
Fair
worry
enough.
about it.
Like, what's the deal with it?
No,
Alright,
stop.
Carson memes aside, let's move on to our next one. Jack in the Box.
This ain't Goopcast.
No, it's
Jack in
not.
the Box got a B tier just from its, what is it, thick smoothies. or
Yes.
thick shakes.
Their shakes are
I love the
really good. And I have to say, like, every time I go into Jack in the Box, even though I get something that's pretty basic, it always ends up, like, surprising me with how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I put it in A tier.
Yeah. That's
Same.
Right, that's right about where I'd put it.
that
too.
that's where I would put it.
What about you, Nathan?
I could,
Although,
sorry, I could see A tier.
let's just say this. I have Dairy Queen in A tier, and Jack in the Box has good food along with their shake. But there's
Well,
also
yeah,
a lot of
but
variety in
above
ice
Dairy
cream, so I'm not sure if I want to put it above Dairy Queen or not. But Jack in the Box is good stuff. I'm not sure if I'd put it above everything. Yeah, I'll
That's fair
just,
enough. I
I'll
really
just
like
leave it
their
at A.
what was it called? Like the sourdough Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
It's got like the English muffin.
Yeah.
You know, it's got some butter on the toast, and then that's really
always what I
good.
get.
I like a sandwich that's hot with a good crunch.
Yeah,
Like that is something good.
they got some good food.
Like eating a sandwich with soft bread, it just doesn't appeal to me.
All right. So, it's confirmed
did we-
that Kessler doesn't like normal sandwiches that he makes at home.
That is confirmed.
It dabbed on everybody.
Ain't gonna deny it.
Isaac, do you have In-N-Out on your?
I do.
We did
It's
skip
right
over
before Taco Bell. Actually,
It-
that's where I put it after I did the no comment stuff. Brought it back into my lineup and then put it back on no comment.
All right, so let's do In-N-Out.
Never
Okay.
been again. I do have a T-shirt
Never been.
I have
Oh,
by my
t-shirt.
mom, so
I've been to In-N-Out because we visit family in Oregon, California, and that tends to be where In-N-Outs are prevalent.
I've heard it's pretty good from my parents.
Personally, I'd actually say it's a little bit overrated. I didn't super enjoy the burger. The fries were mediocre, but honestly, it wasn't terrible, so I'll give it that.
So where did you put it? Where would
I
you-
haven't put it anywhere yet, but
I put it in B tier. I mean, same as like Carl's.
yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's kind of like you go, the food's not terrible. It doesn't like impress you. But if you want like an In-N-Out style restaurant, burger, shakes, fries, that kind of deal, but good, go to Culver's. I don't know where a whole lot of them are, but there's one down in Phoenix, Arizona, and that has some good shakes. And the burgers aren't bad. But if you want a good shake, because it's not ice cream, it's custard. Cold custard. It is good stuff.
Never been.
Seems legit.
Yep.
I'm keeping
far away.
In and Out on no comment because it's been so long since I've been, and I'm not gonna base my opinion on an 8-year-old experience.
Is there a way to remove things from a list? Like the ones I haven't really been to?
No, it doesn't look like it.
No.
You can add a list for places you haven't been to, I guess. Like another
I
tier.
do that?
If you hit the
I-
cog,
Yeah.
you can either add a row above or add a row below.
Okay.
What are we thinking? I'm personally thinking probably D tier.
I don't even know why I put it in C tier.
When
but
have
yeah.
you ever gone to KFC and eaten their like chicken and not felt disgusting afterward?
Not only that, but the prices.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was young, I really didn't like chicken on the bone. But after I had KFC, I was like, "Oh, this is so good." But now, whenever I eat it, I'm like, "Oh, this is not good at all."
Its only value, it seems, for a lot of people, is just the nostalgia factor, not really the quality of the food you're getting. Like,
It's finger licking good.
you can get the coleslaw or pretty much anything at KFC at Fred Meyer for cheaper, and it's better.
But guys, they made a dating scene, right?
Oh, no.
Obviously S tier.
Yeah, I'm putting him in E tier.
I'm saving E tier for McDonald's. Sorry.
McDonald's is next.
Speaking of McDonald's,
Terminate McDonald's.
Speaking of McDonald's,
that's our next one on the list.
slap it in E tier. Actually, I might even put it in cafeteria.
I might too.
Don't you have the McFrickin' way? No McFrickin' way.
Actually, to McDonald's credit, is it on the same tier as Little Caesars?
Yes.
It's not literal cardboard. It actually has the shape of a burger.
That's true. I'll put it in E.
People,
Because like occasionally
I
I'm
want
thinking I want McDonald's and I go and I eat there and it's okay. It's not bad, not good, just kind of mediocre.
I dislike it very much. I will never go to it again.
served over 99 billion people.
So what one were we on?
McDonald's.
We just did McDonald's.
Well,
We briefly
no.
went over it.
Not really. We didn't really go over it a whole lot.
I said we briefly went over it.
Yeah,
Give me some credit.
I don't know. I feel like Little Caesars needs to sit in its corner alone.
Same.
You know what? I'm gonna move Little Caesars down.
Yeah. Good on you.
I made a whole new tier list for that one and another one.
Alrighty, boys. Panda Express, what we thinking?
I put it S.
I think Panda Express is pretty good. What it goes for is great. The aesthetic is great of the restaurant itself. The food is pretty good.
I've never been to the restaurant
Oh,
for too
really?
long.
It's probably
I've
because your
only
mom
got
keeps
it.
track of like all the things that are healthy and not healthy for you. Because Panda Express is probably on the low tier for healthy food. But like you go there expecting you're gonna get gourmet Chinese food as it says, and you really just get fast Chinese food.
I've only had it a couple times when my dad like picked it up for like late nights when mom didn't want to make dinner.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not S, but it's still pretty good stuff. I'd put it above Arby's, like simply because it's got a good variety of stuff that you can try. They've got some spicy stuff that you can order. Still, like, kind of tastes like plastic, but like, there's not really another fast food location that serves you Chinese food. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting it in A.
What? I mean, I guess Noodle Express isn't fast food, but I swear it just feels like it.
Yeah, well, I go into Noodle Express order, and it takes 15 minutes for me to get my food. That's not fast.
I guess. But
Alright.
anyway, I still think Arby's is better than.
It's in that one spot.
That one place over in the United States area.
Previously.
Yes. It's in that one area, but it's pretty new, and it's really clean, and that's not something you could say for most fast food places.
That is true.
It is also new.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing we could say about Burger King. When have you gone in there and found it, like, absolutely spotless?
Okay, the part Burger King where near the place we live, my goodness, that place, I swear. Like what? Have you guys ever been in that one?
Yes.
Like
I think so, yeah.
You talking
Right
about the
off
one on that one place?
Yeah, that place.
On that one street? By the
Yeah,
other
that one
thing?
street.
Okay, boomer.
The long lights. Yeah, that one.
Are you talking about the one the street over from my house?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. Usually you go in there and you'll find at least one table hasn't been cleaned nearly as well as the others have been.
And the computers on the side, like super ancient. For some reason, they're there.
And their seats are so uncomfortable. It's like
Yeah.
you're sitting on marble. Get out of
Oh, so if you guys are looking for a new place to go, new burger shop, I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's on the way towards my work. It's in the city before where I work.
We know where that is.
Okay.
Okay.
There's
So
a couple.
yeah, well, I mean it's like a couple of exits before the exit towards my work, and it's like literally right out of the exit. But they got some good burgers and they have a really good shake.
Cool.
But it's a new place, so and kind of a little drive for you guys, but not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ever-
because you're already headed that way.
If I ever
Yeah.
have an excuse to
I've
go that
been over there a
direction,
lot.
then I know where to go.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Also with
Papa John's Pizza and Knuckles.
Pizza.
Meh.
never been.
You've never
Um,
how?
So you know that pizza that comes with like the little plastic tables on it when you open the box? They had it sometimes at the
all
cafeteria
pizzas?
for where you went for school.
Yeah. It's
They
Not
literally
donkey
served it
pizza.
in the cafeteria sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this is cafeteria food.
No, it's not.
Because it's not.
No.
No, it's definitely a step above.
I'd put it Burger King C tier, honestly.
I
It's
did
meh.
too.
I'm waffling
Yeah,
between C and
I've
D.
never been.
I changed my ratings. It goes great, good, just okay, meh, bleh, never been, and oh heck nah, bruh. And there's only two in that
Oh
category.
heck no, bro.
Alright. I'm bouncing
Oh,
between
Lord.
C and D, and I'm not sure which I'd place, but I'll actually like eat Papa John's pizza without feeling terrible about myself. But Burger King's food, I'm just like, I feel like I might get a bad burger this time.
You're just
Well,
mad
in that
nah.
case, move Burger King down.
Yeah, I might move Burger King.
Because that's not
to
the
D.
fault of Papa John's.
No, it's not.
Papa John's doesn't give you bad food at Burger King.
Yeah. Daddy John's.
See, there was one Burger King like over where I used to live in that one area of that one.
By that one street.
I'm not sure. Just Papa John's
You
pizza
don't-
in general is just there's not much to it. There's not much that's really a trademark. Like Domino's, Pizza Hut, they have their own things going for them. Like Pizza Hut has really sugary crust. Domino's has like really well put together crust, and Papa John's is just like we put tables on our pizza.
See, the thing for me with Papa John's, it's like growing up, and even till I was probably like 15, it was like that's where we went to like get pizza.
Yeah.
Occasionally we get Domino's. I mean, it wasn't until recently that we got one near us. But Papa John's lately, their pizza just seems really greasy. So I end up just not feeling quite right, and especially like you get done eating, and then you look at the little paper mat that it came on, and it's orange, and you're like,
Double the grease and call it Little Caesars.
Grease breakings need
double the grease, twice the fall.
Yes. Alright, speaking of pizza places, we got Pizza Hut up next.
Yay, pizza.
Okay, I got some nostalgia for you. You know those
Yeah.
reading things you would do? I always got free pizzas, and I would go to the Pizza Hut to get the pizza. I don't know. It was never really that good of pizza though, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
Like as I was saying.
I'm torn. I put it right at meh.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing
I
about Pizza Hut pizza is that it's very nostalgic for me because I used to get those like little personal pizzas that are like 4 slices. Because
Oh, yeah.
our school, like the school I went to had a partnership with Pizza Hut where like if you read a certain amount, you'd get like a free ticket to get a personal pizza. And then like
Yeah.
if you filled out enough reading over the summer or something like that, you'd get to go to a theme park nearby us. So it's like all in the same.
forgot about those.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Like Pizza Hut was part of that program, so I
We
really
used
got
to
to
get
like.
coupons.
I really loved
Yeah,
their
That's what I was
pizza.
saying about mine.
Really loved their pizza when I was younger, and then like as I grew up, I'd occasionally go, and I really was not impressed. But I went again recently, and I'm like, this pizza is so sugary, and man, it is good.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But it may have been just where I was, because sometimes the localized areas are much different than
Right.
how it is just as a trend. So I wouldn't put it
there's
too
a-
high, but I wouldn't put it too low either.
Yeah.
I put it in
There's-
C.
Yeah.
And see? Yeah, that's kind of where I put it. There was a Pizza Hut between where I used to live and where my best friend lives. And, like, a lot of times, like, we'd go there just because of how close it was. I mean, literally, like, 3 blocks away, 4 blocks, whatever.
It's kind of like Applebee's for us.
Right, right. So it's like, I mean, me and my buddy, we would just go and pick up a pizza, take it back, and it was pretty great for that. But it was just like, it's just meh pizza.
Hmm
It's kind of greasy, really sweet.
Honestly,
Nothing
I still
special.
think it's better than Papa John's though. At least it has something
Yeah.
going for it instead of tables.
You're still stuck on that tables, man.
Stinking tables, man. Who puts a table on a pizza?
Everyone did.
Yeah, you just take a like full Domino's pizza and set up a table on top of a box.
Okay.
Ruin
Alright,
your
moving
pizza
on.
that way. Yeah.
Popeye.
With that thought in your mind, let's move on to Sonic. Or Ani
Wait.
as the
Bleh.
cutoff looks.
Wait, Popeyes.
Yeah, it's Popeye.
Popeyes, is it?
I've never
Okay.
been.
Same.
Never been again.
I've seen a Popeyes. That's about it.
Good
There's
job.
actually there's a Popeyes close to where I
Yeah, I know.
where I work. Yeah.
Love it.
And my
Wait, it's close to
grandparents
where
don't
you work?
live.
I thought it was over the border. Just barely.
Well, the Popeyes is over the border. Like quite
Well,
a
right, yeah.
ways. It's right at the edge of that town. My
It's-
grandparents have gone, but they've said it's nothing real special. It's super packed all the time.
Yeah.
I just think there's
They
a
had
lot of
a
hype.
chicken sandwich that everyone was like, there was someone like killed someone before. I don't know.
Yeah.
Their sake was so good.
What the McFrick is this?
Exactly.
Sonic,
Sonic.
you're
Ani.
awesome blue hedgehog that runs around really
Oh wait, I
Alright.
got Sonic and Zips confused.
Sonic is classic. It is not great food. It is
Yeah.
classic. There are two different things between classic and good food.
rollerblades.
Yes. Hey, look, guys, we have
I'm
roller
gonna
skates.
I'm
There's
gonna
no
make
rollerblades.
a tier list, a tier called rollerblades, and it's gonna be right above cafeteria food.
The thing about Sonic is
Yeah.
that it's not really even fast food. Like, you go in, you drive, then you order your food, and it takes like at least 15 minutes for them to come out on rollerblades and give you the food while you're in your car. You go for the experience once, and you never go back because you remember how terrible the food is.
It's almost like, hey, are you in the mood for really poor quality fast food, but you would like it as slow as possible? Then Sonic's your choice.
It's funny.
Pussy, no.
I wouldn't call it cafeteria food, but it is
But just a
definitely
step up.
definitely rivals
Okay.
McDonald's.
Okay,
Yeah.
while on the topic of Sonic, what? I mean, I didn't see Zips, but what about Zips? What do you guys think?
Zips fries and their fry sauce are amazing.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
Zips would be at least a B on my list.
Yes.
I'd probably put it in A, honestly.
Can we separate it? Can we separate like everything else about Zips and then their fries? So
Yeah.
fries should be like S tier,
Yeah.
but all the rest of their food is just okay.
Yeah, all the rest of their food is a good C. or
It's like
D.
uniquely okay too. You can't describe it.
Yep.
I have memories of going to Zips with Joe, and he'd get the huge tub of fries, and he'd get like 6 different
Joe?
sauce dips, like one with fry sauce and one with ketchup, and he'd just dip in one down the line, and I'd just watch him eat this like
It's
entire
mesmerizing.
like bucket of fries, dipping into each of these little tubs. And it was hilarious because he just stared at me the whole time. And it was really hard not to laugh.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't just one fry at a time.
Yeah.
It's probably like 3 fries, 4 fries, all dipped in.
Yep, that's Joe.
Yeah, that's Joe for you.
Mom.
Of course, he did share.
Oh,
but-
speaking of Joe, I can't remember where I went. Oh no, it was New York. That's where I went. I went to New York. There was this little pub, and he got some. It was poutine. Yeah, he got some poutine. Do you guys know what that is? It's a delicacy in Canada.
That's why we have Google.
Okay, you can just look it up. It's basically cheese fries
Oh yeah.
with gravy. It's Canadians love it. I haven't tried it yet. I should. It's kind of like me and coffee.
Oh,
where
yeah, I've
I
heard
just
of that.
refuse to have coffee just because of how much people tell me I need to have it.
I'm gonna.
I'm just stubborn.
Well, when you're tired all the time, how can they not? So.
I- We got
Anyways,
Go ahead.
there's a lot of calories in poutine. Like, we're talking half a Carl's Jr. burger, but the same amount of calories. That kind of level.
Well, you're having cheese literally like dripping on starch. What do you think
With
is going to
gravy.
happen if you ingest it?
And so I remember we went, and I had a burger, and I was full. Like, I ate the burger, couldn't finish the fries. Joe, he eats my fries,
I can
and
see this.
imagine, like, probably like a good foot wide in diameter plate, or bowl, I should say. It's probably 2 inches thick, and then just stacked like 2 inches above, all just this gravy cheese fries. And he polished the whole bowl.
Holy
Nothing
moly.
left. And then he ate most of my fries.
Holy cow.
And I'm like, this child could eat me if he tried.
That man can pack it away, I tell you.
Dude, Joe is no child. Joe is a true man. He's a dude.
Joe is a treasure.
A national treasure.
Alright. Next up on our list
We
is
got the big 3.
Subway.
What's up, Will?
I love
I have
Subway.
to say, in recent years, Subway has gone up. It has
Yeah.
gone up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their management sometimes has a... Well, it's hit and miss, but ultimately, like, you're not gonna get
Well-
this fake, like, really hypey people type vibe from the management than you would, like, at
Well, let's face
any
it,
other
most
fast
of their
food.
workers are like 15. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of fast food.
Well,
And that's
depends on
saying
what
a
time
lot
you
of.
go.
But especially Subway.
I've gone several times where they have new workers on the job, and sometimes they'll like mess up my sandwich and they have to restart. But that's
Seems
only
like
happened
every
like
time I go to
once.
Subway, they have a new worker that
Yeah,
I get.
it really depends on when you go too, because you got someone that's
Yeah.
fast and man, they're just like, we're gonna machine gun all of these toppings onto your sandwich. The moment that you say them, they're like a machine. It's incredible. I also really like their buffalo sauce and the Southwest sauce that you can put on your sandwich afterward. Just adds that extra ting that you might be looking for. But like,
They have cookies too.
yeah, they also have
Have you
cookies. Ethan likes those.
Have you guys ever tried their flatbread?
I have not. Is that like the Italian flatbread?
Right.
Yeah, I've only ever. The thing is, I
It's
have
like,
an
it looks
order.
like a rectangle.
I go into Subway and I have an order that I always like to get. It's like $6 is the cold cut combo. Used to be like a $5 foot long deal. Of course, it's all localized, so it might be more or less expensive depending on where you go. But I really like it because it's just generally something that you can just pile toppings on, and it doesn't matter how much you pay when you go to Subway. You can always put more toppings on it and make it so that, like, even if you pay a lot of money for the base, it's not going to be a whole lot. It's not going to change anything if you just add a ton of toppings to it, unless you add like sour cream and guacamole or something.
Sour cream on your sandwich.
Who knows?
What?
Maybe if you get like the meatball thing or whatever. My dad likes that.
I have to say, have you guys tried their? It's like sweet onion, like vinegar or sweet onion. It's kind of like this light vinaigrette sauce.
I have.
That with the Italian flatbread, you get like some honey ham, some olives, maybe some pepperoncinis, something like that, and then like lettuce. I know tomato is a no for certain people on the podcast.
No.
Nathan is like,
tomatoes. But besides that, just typical sandwich stuff. But get your olives, sweet onion,
Yeah.
then Italian flatbread, of course toasted.
Yeah. Toast.
That is seriously good. I mean, it
Ultimately,
makes my mouth water just describing it.
yeah. Ultimately, Subway is just a healthy alternative to the fast food that we all know already. And you don't have to get like this puny, pathetic side salad in order to feel like you're actually achieving something when you're eating healthy.
Honestly, depending on what you get at Panda, and then Subway, I feel are like not quite the stigma of the rest of fast food.
Yeah, they're very different.
I put Subway into S tier.
Yes,
S tier.
I did too.
In a similar vein is Taco Bell's Power Bowl, and we can talk about that next since it's next up on our list.
Uh-oh. Taco Bell.
So we got Co by as the
Alright.
logo looks.
Yeah.
So-
go by.
Yes. We have Taco Bell at least once every 2 weeks.
Alright, before we get there's another podcast I listen to,
Yeah.
and I'm going to reference something that was said by one of the podcast members, and I thought this truly describes how Taco Bell is in this universe. So, Taco Bell, the best Mexican food and coffee in the United States of America, the one-stop shop for all your crappy needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that describes Taco Bell.
Yep.
Unpopular opinion, I don't like taco.
That's not necessarily unpopular.
Like,
Yeah, I'd say that's more popular than you
it's
realize.
just kind of meh.
They got
Prices
rid
are-
of the two reasons that I ever went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
The spicy and Cool Ranch Nacho Dorito Locos Tacos.
I used to get those all the time.
And now
were
they only
good
have the
stuff.
nacho ones. The ones I didn't care for. Oh well.
Yeah.
I have like 4 free nacho tacos.
I don't.
Of like games I've gone to locally.
They just got rid of their what is it, $5 cravings deal that they put in a box and you could get several different ones.
Oh, they got rid of that one too?
Yeah, they did. Now it's like a chalupa box that costs $1 more.
Do you guys remember the $12 box for like where you got 12 tacos as well?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was like a family pack or something.
Yeah, me, my dad, and my sister would always go there and get the tacos and then eat all of them.
Probably
And I would
one
eat-
each.
Yeah.
What?
Knowing how much Nathan likes to eat. He's like, I'll have one. What are you guys gonna get?
Honestly speaking, like every time we go get Taco Bell or I eat it, it's just something idle to eat while I'm watching a video. And even then I have to focus on it because like half of the toppings come out of the taco when I try to pick it up or eat it. If
Oh
it
my
isn't a
God.
burrito that tastes disgusting anyway.
Okay, so the basic taco doesn't really ruin your stomach. Then you have the burritos. Those will ruin your stomach.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're beans? Oh no.
I'm putting
Me
it
and
in.
my dad went there and got their burritos when we didn't realize it was the beans that messed with us.
Cafeteria food.
I wouldn't call it cafeteria food because you still
No.
have to pay something for it.
You're right. I'll put it in rollerblades.
Yeah. Taco Bell is just meh. Their tacos I will eat, but I can't really eat anything else.
I'm gonna put it
Yeah.
in D tier with KFC and above McDonald's at tier.
Yeah, honestly, that's where I wanted to put it, but I'm not really sure because it's food. It's serviceable. It's better than McDonald's, which is honestly better than. My mom splurges sometimes, so like she'll sometimes really want Taco Bell, and that's different from how she used to really want McDonald's, which she does still want sometimes, but it's much more rare these days than like Taco Bell. And honestly, I'd prefer Taco Bell over McDonald's. So there.
C tier, low C tier.
D tier,
D.
same as Burger King.
Well, I guess I have McDonald's in D tier, so I didn't make that tier.
McDonald's. All right,
Or
Chick-fil-A or ICFI.
I put it in what the McFrick is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Which one?
Yeah, I've never been.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah,
We don't really have one close.
Yeah.
Super close at least.
There's one fairly nearby. It's just I've never been there in particular.
honestly, I have no desire to go.
Yeah. Me either.
I just don't care.
I used to see several different advertisements for it when we watched a lot of was it CW for Kids or something, and a lot of Nickelodeon. What was it? Channel 42, which was like Cartoon Network or something. They would sometimes play the Chick-fil-A commercial, and I'm like, okay, oh, what the McFrick is this? And I'd never find out. It's just like they're advertising this stuff, and it's like, I have no idea what this is, because it's basically not in my state.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll see stuff about it all the time. I'll just never really understand why this, like, older, basically KFC sounding gentleman gets up close to the mic and gives you an ASMR speech about their chicken.
Oh yeah, guys, I'd like to talk to you about chicken.
Chick-fil-A's chicken.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. No,
I feel like I need to
Alrighty.
look up a Chick-fil-A commercial now.
Alright, what's next on our list?
Commercial.
Wendy's.
Wendy's S tier.
Wendy's. I put that as my number one.
Same.
I put in A.
Wendy's?
An A tier.
Wendy's is
Well,
awesome, dude.
Let me explain. Okay.
Nathan, I know what Nathan's gonna say. He's gonna say it's
Tomatoes.
yeah, that's what he's gonna say. No, he's gonna say he's been there too much.
Oversaturation.
Yeah, but that is that the fault of the restaurant or the other people
No, it
that
isn't.
you
but that's
are
not-
around?
It's not the experience. It's still my experience. I mean,
Fair enough.
I like their burgers, but I still wouldn't say they're not something I necessarily always want all of the time. Maybe that's also oversaturation, but
Here's the thing about
Like-
Wendy's. It's so interesting because every Wendy's is basically localized to like who the manager is and how they treat their customers. This might be a little biased because we go there all the time, but we have like a really good rapport with the manager, and he's like
oh, I know.
always super friendly whenever we go in. So I may never understand why some people don't like Wendy's, but I know that their deals are like super cheap for fast food. And
Yeah.
honestly, the cheapest that I'd be willing to pay for.
I have to say, the one that we typically go to, compared to the other two, either east or west, is okay. The one we go to The manager's nice. The place is clean. Clean when you walk in.
Mhm.
And
Hang on, let me get out my compass real quick.
the one to the right, not the middle. Anyways, the one on the left, the westmost one, I didn't care because you guys know me. I always get the chicken of some sort. 'Cause I think out of any fast food, Wendy's chicken is the best.
It's good stuff.
I don't care. Like
Chicken.
just the chicken. Now, the other place, the left one, that one I did not care for the quality of their food. Their store isn't as dirty, but quality of their food just didn't seem quite right.
Yeah.
So,
So
but the
what
one that I
company-
typically go to is usually top notch, and if I go other places.
Yeah, it really
What-
comes down to it. And what is really interesting about Wendy's is that we'll go in, like, expecting to just have a nice sit down and talk with our friends. But in the background, we'll hear this, like, really calming and sometimes really disruptive classical music playing over the intercom the whole time.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness, that is just so unfitting for fast food, especially when you want to like take a big bite into a gigantic cheeseburger
Gigantic. I
Burger.
wouldn't say anything at
Or a-
Wendy's is gigantic.
or discount
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Interesting.
discount ice cream.
The
I have to
Frosties are
say-
pretty classic though.
They're
This, they don't have the Wendy's listed to that we go to the most often on the map.
What?
Everyone at Google's a boomer. Confirmed.
Anyway, that's Wendy's for you.
Yeah. So
Um,
that completes
S tier.
next.
that completes
Well-
my tier list.
Well, Nathan's the odd one out.
Is
Yeah.
that everything?
He didn't place anything in S.
Wait.
Yeah, okay.
Not even
I
Subway.
changed my mind on a few things. I could recreate it if you really
Wait.
All right, what's up?
Wendy's, DQ, Domino's, Five Guys, Burger King, Panda. There's only one that we're
I've
missing.
changed it a lot.
There's
You
only
can't-
one. There's only one that we're missing. White
What?
Castle.
Oh yeah, White Castle.
White Castle.
Never been.
Never been.
Never been.
It's
Ah.
not really near us.
I have a story for you.
All right.
Oh boy.
Do entertain.
Oh,
Do
but
tell. Do tell.
before you say anything, can we just talk about the Wendy's Twitter account?
Yes,
Okay. Oh,
let's
yeah.
do it. Let's do it. Let's actually
That
go
gets
there
the
right
S
now.
tier.
Like that makes it S tier.
All right.
Yeah.
The
I
amount of
started
roasts
following
there.
them on Twitter because
Wendy's.
so funny.
Searching Wendy's on Twitter.
Anyway, continue with your story.
So, I was probably about 10? 10? So, quite a while ago, over a decade. And we are going on kind of a little trip. Kind of going see all those cool places that we're expected to go to in New York. And my parents are like, White Castle. That's where we grew up. White Castle. Get these little tiny burgers called sliders.
Yeah.
Usually just some meat, some cheese, maybe some onion. Now, you guys know I hunt. I like to do just things with food. I like food. And nothing really gets to me, right? Even if it's not good, doesn't really get to me. If it's like fair food, eat too much grease, go on a roller coaster, even that I've only barfed once. So, White Castle.
Oh no.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, this can't be good.
So I'm with my parents, with my family. We're close to the Stanley Theater. I think it was like right across the street from the Stanley Theater. Pretty iconic place.
Yeah, so was that it?
Yep.
So yeah,
Cool story.
that's about it.
What's the deal with airline food?
So, I'm going there with my parents, my family, getting some White Castle. It's hyped up to be the most amazing thing ever. So, I just get 2 sliders. Never get to the second. I put it in my mouth, take a bite. It's alright. Bread's kind of cheap, meat's kind of cheap, cheese is kind of cheap. Onions taste like onions.
That is the best way to describe onions.
About 5 minutes go by. Things are... and at this moment, kind of have an epiphany. I can feel the burger kind of going through my system. I'm kind of looking around at the place I'm in. It's dirty, dingy, bullet holes in the glass, people walking through, half naked, dirty. And then I realize that burger was made by these people. And then it hits me. And I'm in the bathroom for the next 40 minutes.
Oof.
In the bathroom, dirt on the floor, other things on the floor. I have about 3 inches of toilet paper on the toilet seat, so I don't have to touch it.
That does not sound
And
fun.
then it lands. And you know what I mean. Lands.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, I vowed to never eat White Castle ever again.
Yeah!
Sorry, I made it.
Good job. Thanks for sharing your terrible story with us.
Alright, that was fast food. Have a good night.
No. Don't get back here. Alright, so,
We have been going on for like over an hour.
it's great.
That's a good length for a podcast.
It is.
Yes.
So here's what I got. I'm gonna copy this over.
Just post it in the Discord.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
You should also incorporate each of our podcasts at separate times with who is whose.
Yeah. So we've got Domino's Pizza, Subway, and Wendy's as S. We got Dairy Queen, Jack in the Box, and Panda Express as A tier. Arby's, Carl's Jr., E.G.
Hers.
and Pizza Hut, which is black on black, as
Then we got
B tier.
Pajon.
Pajon as C.
Cheddar ingredient.
Burger
Better
King
pizza.
and OB as D. We've got KFC and McDonald's and Ani as E. And we have just this random caveman sitting there eating cafeteria food.
Yes.
Everything else is a no comment, but I might just stick
Chipotle.
Chipotle. I might just stick White Castle and cafeteria food for the heck of it. I don't know.
Oh, this man thinks it's $5 makes.
But that's basically
It's okay.
That's all basically what we came to a conclusion on.
He does realize that for $6.99 he can get a medium pizza at Domino's, but just saying.
Yes, it's called Caesar pizza.
So, for context, there's a member of our server saying Little Caesars might not be the best pizza ever, but for $5 it's a darn steal, in my opinion. Ethan over here says, sorry, I don't like cardboard with grease. Our member says, have you ever had cardboard with grease? And Ethan says, yeah. It's called Little Caesars. What a savage.
We might have this guy on our podcast next episode. He would have been here today, but he's feeling sick.
Yeah, it'll be
He
a
said
fun
he'd
one.
He said he'd probably just be coughing. So
So we had prepared like 5 potential topics to talk about if we ran over.
We
or
got through
under,
one.
and we got through one. But this has been so much fun.
Yep.
Like, honestly, talking about our favorite and least favorite fast food chains and restaurants.
I think we mostly agreed, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
generally universal.
I think the only one that I was different on was probably Five Guys and Dairy Queen.
Well,
But even then, it wasn't like that much higher than you guys.
It's not an outlier. Not by a long shot. Anyway, I think that will wrap up this podcast right here. Little Caesars forever deserves to be in cafeteria food. You can't change my mind.
And then we have White Castle.
I mean,